Welcome to Wednesday's News Moto, brought to you by Riel. In this News on Two Wheels, you get to watch footage of a ride in Cambodia while I update you on the news of the week. Today's ride takes us from the area behind Angkor Market on Road 6, through town, to an apartment in Wat Dam Nak where we used to live. At Riel, we donate the money we earn from YouTube to charities in Cambodia. In the description of this and every Riel video, you will find links to the charities we support. Check out their websites to find out more about what they do. You can also make a donation directly to them if you'd like to. In the next week or so, we will be donating the money from October, November and December. Here's the total we have donated before that amount is added. We are able to donate this money because people like you watch our videos, so thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe as it really helps. Okay, now the formalities are out of the way, let's get into the news. It is Wednesday, the 20th of November. Happy birthday to my dad. In today's news, we get new direct flights, new e-arrival cards, nude moto madness, and a few good news stories as well. The first direct Vietjet flight between Hanoi and Siem Reap arrived earlier this week at the new Siem Reap Angkor International Airport. Just a quick tip, if you're booking flights to Siem Reap, make sure that the destination airport code is SAI and not REP. A few airlines still haven't updated their systems, so it may say that no flights are available. I know the Cambodia airport's official website does not yet include SAI, only Sihanoukville and Phnom Penh. So if you look at that website, it does appear that Cambodia only has 2 airports. The first flight was warmly welcomed by the business leaders of Siem Reap Angkor International Airport and Vietjet, as well as many locals and tourists, and passengers were greeted with floral gifts. The Siem Reap Hanoi route will operate 7 round-trip flights a week, with a flight time of 1 hour and 45 minutes for each flight, which is expected to boost tourism and expand trade between Vietnam and Cambodia. To make your arrival easier, Cambodia is set to launch a trial e-arrival card scheme for all travellers starting on the 1st of January. This isn't a visa change or anything like that, just a new digital arrival card. The e-arrival card will replace the plethora of paper forms, 2 of them, currently required on arrival. I think it's a similar system to the one they have in Singapore, and it seems to work very well there. The e-arrival card will make it easier for foreign travellers and Cambodian citizens who enter the country through international airports to complete the immigration formalities and health procedures in one form. During the trial period from the 1st of January to the 30th of June next year, passengers have the option to fill in the new electronic form, or they can choose to fill in the existing 2 paper forms, an immigration and a customs and health information form. All passengers will be required to fill in the electronic form when the e-arrival card scheme is officially launched on the 1st of July. Memories. The Prea Sihanouk authorities are planning to hold a reception and commemorate the 3rd anniversary of the West Dam docking in Cambodia. The US cruise ship MS Westerdam, carrying 3,500 tourists, will arrive on December the 28th. In 2020, at the start of the COVID pandemic, the Westerdam was left to drift at sea for 12 days. This was because several countries refused to give permission for it to dock because of fears the passengers could be infected with COVID. The Cambodian government, you might remember, stepped in and allowed the vessel to dock at the Sihanoukville port. On board, there were more than 2,200 people, comprising 802 crew members and 1,455 passengers from more than 40 countries. The places most highly represented in the passenger count were the US, Canada, the UK, Netherlands, Australia and Germany. A Phnom Penh moto thief got the point of confirmation. If you don't know, there is a lot of pointing at suspects for photos when they are caught. So it's like a police lineup, but it consists of only one, and there's no one-way window either. The point is a public accusation of guilt. Anyway, the man in question had stolen a moto, but vigilant police quickly located the 23-year-old male factory worker and brought him swiftly to justice. The victim of the crime was reunited with his vehicle, while the suspect will be sent to the criminal division for investigation. For some reason, the road dividers have been very quiet lately. The news has been stripped bare of all moto stories, except this one. Police have identified a man who rode his moto naked through the streets of Battambang. The information and reaction team of the Battambang Provincial Police stated that the public in Battambang City were shocked when a naked man rode a motorcycle through the city. I hope he at least had sunscreen on. Pictures of the incident were widely shared on social media. The Commissioner of Battambang Provincial Police ordered the relevant authorities to search for the man in order to find out his identity. They were equipped with a ruler and a piece of string. The man was eventually found by the Battambang City Police and brought in for questioning at the Municipal Police Inspectorate. The family confirmed the man had been suffering from dementia in the past and yesterday had a concussion that caused him to come out and perform the shocking feat. The family asked the public to please forgive the misconduct committed by the man. After questioning, the police made a contract with the family not to be negligent, and he was allowed to return home with his family. Let's move on to some good news stories. Cambodian cheese or prahok season has begun. This smelly Cambodian delicacy is made by fermenting fish, and you can smell it in many markets before you actually see it. I don't think it's quite as pungent as stinky tofu in Taiwan, but it would have to be close. The Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries noted that this year the fish yield had increased from last year, and people have been able to purchase more fish to make prahok. Indeed, the harvest has increased by about 5% compared to last year due to efforts to crack down on illegal fishing and the fact that there is more water in the lake than there was last year. Most prahok is still made by traditional methods for family use. However, there is an increasing number of small and medium-sized enterprises processing prahok for market, and these producers are currently seeking safety certification to increase confidence and add value to their products. It is predicted that there will be high demand for fish to make prahok and smoked fish, with about 9,000 tonnes of fish needed to meet demand. This is fantastic news for the poorer fishing villages around the Tonle Sap Lake. The Metropolitan Museum of Art, or the Met, in New York has initiated the repatriation of 14 sculptures to Cambodia and a further 2 to Thailand. According to a statement released by the Met, the 16 sculptures, and that includes all of the Khmer works owned by the museum known to be associated with late antique collector Douglas Latchford, will be returned. I do think the title of antique collector implies that what he did was legal. Thief and prolific looter would be more accurate, I think. The museum will temporarily display a selection of the sculptures while arrangements are made for their return to their countries of origin. Hopefully the move can encourage more Western museums to take a positive attitude towards the return and repatriation of cultural relics that have been lost, stolen or traded around the world. Now moving on to green energy. The Prime Minister has thanked the Sumitomo Corporation's CEO for the company's investment activities in Cambodia and ASEAN in various fields, including manufacturing electronic appliances, green energy infrastructure, and digital applications. Cambodia is currently getting 62% of its energy from clean sources. The Cambodian government has also decided not to construct any coal-fired power plants in the country, and that's good news. Rats. The Cambodian Mine Action Centre, or CMAC, and Apopo, home of the magnificent hero rats, have signed a memorandum of understanding to provide a $387,000 grant for training, testing and operation deployment of the Apopo's mine detection rat and mine detection dog teams. Apopo will secure a budget of $387,000 for 12 months, starting next year for testing and operational deployment of the MDR and the MDD. Apopo and CMAC have enjoyed successful working cooperation for the last 10 years. Both sides have achieved a mine detection rate of over 51,000 mines and unexploded ordnance during this period. The funding was not only allocated for training new demining experts, but was also earmarked for practical demining work in the field. CMAC and Apopo will collaborate to deploy mine detection animal teams, including both sniffer rats and sniffer dogs. Apopo and CMAC clear at least 300 hectares of landmines throughout their projects over the course of a year. CMAC has also cooperated with Apopo to send MDD teams trained in Cambodia to help search for landmines in Turkey and Central Africa. Apopo has trained Cambodian deminers in landmine removal techniques across the country. Apopo was one of the most important partners for CMAC and the nation. The organisation is devoted to demining in Cambodia and is working hard to train demining technicians in other countries that are confronted with mine issues. And that brings us to the end of this week's news. You're now up to date with all of the most important events in the kingdom. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, have a great week, and we'll see you very soon.